Hey guys, thank you for catching up with Caddo with me. Sponsored by Greg Orr Auto Marine RV, um, where my friends up there toward the Texarkana area have some really cool deals if you're in the market for a vehicle. At Classic GMC Buick Cadillac, all their 2026 GMC Sierra 1500s up to 6250 in rebates. Their 2026 Buick Encore GX, we got a $3,000 rebate. Um, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They've got that holiday inventory bonus cash on select models up to $2,500 extra rebate on 25s and 26s. Their 20 all their 25 model Ram 2500s and 3500s they have left up to $10,000 off. Up to $3,000 off on the 26 Ram 1500s that they've got. Any 25 model Rams that they've got left, you could get 0% for 72 months. And then that Classic Chevrolet up there in Ashdown, they've got their 25 Tahoes, the 25 model Tahoes are up to $4,500 off. So they've got some really killer rebates and incentives for, if you're in the market to buy a vehicle. Go check them out, and those really great people. All right, Caddo Lake is sitting at 168.60. I just looked it up. Water temp is probably upper 60s right now. Today's or this week's episode is going to be a little different. I want to talk about the Major League Fishing, the Summit Cup, the Bass Pro Trail, the Summit Cup that's out here. I just think it's awesome. I've got friends, fishing buddies, people that I love and respect that don't, it's not that they're against it, but they know that it brings a lot of attention to the lake, and there'll be people seeing spots on the lake where they're catching fish, and the lake will get more busy for a little while. People, get interested in Caddo. I love it because it brings attention to the lake. There'll be people that are all around the country that follow Major League Fishing who've never been here, that are going to see the beauty of the lake and see how good the fishing is out here, and will call people like me to take them out here fishing. So I love the attention. I think they've done an excellent job of promoting the lake. I the camera angles, the everything about it. They've showed the beauty of the lake, how the trees turn gorgeous colors this time of year, and then we've had some really good fish caught. I love it. Funny thing is, there are two spots that we've been kind of hiding or keeping on the down low for a while. That two of those spots were, they've been shown this week. So we'll see how much boat traffic we start getting out there. The other funny thing is my house right back here, which my house is here, but this is the view. My house has been on TV several times, so I think that's funny, and I get a kick out of that. So I love it. I'm just going to talk about the highlights. This is a totally different fishing report, but I think it'd be cool. Then I'll go back to doing what I normally do next week. But first thing I want to highlight is, of the 24 guys that have fished this week, 4 of those guys have only caught one fish or didn't catch anything. So let that sink in. These are millionaires, the best of the best, guys that can catch fish anywhere. But that it does highlight how difficult Caddo can be. I mean, all these years I've always laughed about all these people that just can't stand Caddo. Just look at me like I'm nuts because I enjoy fishing Caddo every day. That I can get out here. I mean, I live out here, and just I love it. It's not for everybody. It's a swamp. It's hard to figure out sometimes. And the proof is if whether you've seen it yet or you wait till it comes out on the Outdoor Network or whatever it's called now, or you watch it on the YouTube, watch some of the YouTube clips for Major League Fishing. But when you start seeing it, or even on their Facebook, if you go to Major League Fishing, their Facebook page, you can click and look at all the stuff that they've been doing. You'll see there was 4 guys of the 24 that only caught 1 fish, or 0. And that's not a knock on them. It's just the lake stuff. The lake is hard to fish. But here are the highlights. I just think it's cool. Marshall Robinson, and y'all forgive me if I say any of these names wrong. I mean, Nick LeBrun's the only guy that I know. He used to work at Bluebell with me. I remember when he told me he was quitting. I told him he was dumb. I thought he was making a mistake. Bluebell's a really good company to work for, and it was getting in his way of fishing. Well, he's proven me wrong and has done very well. But Nick's the only guy that I know, and these other guys I don't know him. So, but Marshall Robinson had a 713, so almost an 8-pound bass on looked like a bladed swim jig, or like a chatterbait, with wind. That's another thing, is if you look at what Nick and them did the first day of the event, it was high pressure, no wind. They had to punch to get bit. If you look at the last 2 days, we've had cloud cover and wind, and they've bit, and they've caught them on moving baits. And anyone who tells you that a beautiful day to go golfing is a good day to go fishing, they don't know what they're talking about. You want wind, you want cloud cover, you want low light conditions. And this, if you watch any of these shows this week, that highlights all of that. It's, everything that I've been preaching for years. You want wind, you want cloud cover, you want low light conditions. It makes them bite better. So Brent Eller, however you say his name, sorry, put on a clinic with a jerkbait. I don't see that much on Caddo, so I thought that was pretty neat. Justin Lucas did his thing with a swim jig. Drew Gill was over here on the Louisiana side, and he put on a scoping clinic. And it was pretty impressive with the fish that they caught. Nick, on the first day, who is a local Christian brother of mine that I've known since he was about 16, and like I said, used to work at Bluebell with me and left there to become what he is now. But he's a hammer. He's a Caddo hammer. He's him and Randy used to team up. They win everything. So I mean, Nick is as good as they get out here, and he caught him punching and with a frog. So you've got chatterbait, jerkbait, swim jig. I didn't pay attention to what Drew was doing with the scope, and I'm sure it was a little swim bait or something, or a worm or something. Nick was punching and a frog. Then you had Cole Floyd had a 513 on a frog, and broke his rod. So if you go back to see that highlight, he sets the hook on this dang near 6-pounder, and for some reason he don't realize how big it is. He's trying to swing it into the boat, and he breaks his rod in half. Really cool footage. It's all over Facebook. I'm sure it's on YouTube. You can go back and look it up. It looks like buzz baits, frogs, punching. It's all of that stuff that's what we do out here in the jungle. So it's power fishing, a lot of braid. I love it. And then the day I saw where Bobby Lane and his partner were throwing crankbaits around boat docks, and it looked to me like they were over here on the Louisiana side also. But they put on a clinic working docks, and I thought that was pretty neat. So you got crankbaits, frogs, buzz baits, swim baits, chatterbaits, jerk baits, punching, creature baits. If you get a chance to watch it, look it up. Find it on Facebook, find it on YouTube, or wait till the show comes out on the Outdoor Network. and watch the Summit Cup for November of 2025 out on Caddo Lake, you'll learn a lot of stuff, and you'll see how these different techniques of what the pros were doing out here to catch these fish. And I that's kind of it. I just wanted to highlight what Major League Fishing was doing this week. I think it's cool. I love the fact that they're putting Caddo in the spotlight, putting Caddo on the map. I think it's really, yeah, I can't smile enough about it. And yeah, there may be more people out here fishing for a little while, but I also think come spring next year, I'll have more calls of people wanting to come see Caddo that have never seen Caddo or never fished Caddo, and they watch these shows and it's like, hey, you know, I'd like to do that. So anyway, I've got extremely busy the next all the way through Saturday after Black Friday. So I'll be on the lake a lot. If you see me, please wave at me, holler at me, say hi. And if I don't see you, I hope y'all have safe holidays, have a blessed Thanksgiving that's coming up, safe travels. But if you get a chance to come out here to Caddo, it's always a good time to come out and see this majestic, divine lake that God spoke into existence. And as you can see from the footage you've been watching this week, it's a really good time to come fish the lake. So until next week, God bless.